Hi, everybody, and welcome to 43923. Today is the day before delivery on 43923. We do have a crew coming down to detailer in the morning, but this is our best shot to do the video. So we have obviously a Sapelli boat. We have the Dune Prima countertops, the Bisque Corian Galley sink. We have the pump water option. We have an electric stove top. So that would be the 2-burner Kenyan induction, along with the 1 cubic foot smart oven, which is a convection microwave, air fryer, and does one more thing I can't remember. Obviously, we have our 12-volt, 110-volt Vitrofrigo refrigerator. Our garbage bin is next to that. And we are in the utility room where we have the washer vented dryer option, the standard freezer. These are about 3.5 cubic feet each. They did get the Spectra 400 gallon a day water maker. So we have that mounted on top of the counter, and then the filter assembly is mounted behind the canvas cover. The aft rail is for fender storage. The 6 kW Northern Lights generator option. And then you have the oil change system, the dual ray cores, which are standard, the generator filter obviously standard, and then the primer system and fuel polishing system as an option. The hatch or drop-in right in front of the generator is for access to the shaft log. And then above it, where the lines are at currently stowed, because we haven't hung the sails on this boat yet, is for the aft portion of the engine and the transmission. A shelf right above that for storage. Good place for filters and stuff. So as we come back out of the utility room, I want to show you the size of the trash can. Nice size. Will fit regular size kitchen garbage bags. Of course, dish storage. They've got silverware and cutlery storage. And again, we did put the stovetop and the smart oven in a gimbaled box. So this will gimbal. There's a lock right down here. And so we test it to where this can actually gimbal 30 degrees. And we've actually had a pan of boiling water up here. And we've done this to it. And with the mat that Kenyan supplies, the pan did not move. So we feel like that this is certainly safe, underway in cruising type conditions. And I think you're going to see it more and more on boats. A good storage area here. This provides a nice storage area here instead of having a microwave when you do the electric galley. You never get too much storage, and you'll never find more than on an island packet. A good dry storage bin. We have storage underneath the smart oven, and of course underneath the sink, and then a bank of drawers underneath our little, not really island, but our little L-shaped galley. Additional storage here. This makes a great place for canned goods. These are adjustable shelves, or you can obviously remove them if you want larger items. All of our light switches are dimmable. They all light up at night, so you can see where they are. And as I mentioned, all the lighting is LED and is dimmable. All the individual side lights are dimmable and LED as well. As I mentioned, the Sapelli countertops and the Sapelli wood with the Dune Prima countertops. All right. We're going to do the aft cabin now. So we've got a large size hanging locker behind the door. And then we've got a shelf storage area behind that. And then as you can see, we've got a pillow top innerspring mattress built by excuse me, yeah, handcraft mattress. Wake up, Daryl. It's a Sunday morning, and yeah, as you can see, I'm not quite at work. Navy canvas on all the cushions, and when you get to the exterior, you'll see that the canvas is navy with the buckskin tan trim. They did do a off-white headliner with off-white wainscoting and off-white formica. So with an ivory IGU. I'm not sure if this is not our first combination like this, but as you can see, it's the ivory IGU with white formica and then white wainscoting and then the off-white headliner. So wanted a little bit darker sole to be easier to maintain, but wanted the lightness and darkness contrast that we've done actually in hole number 11 that was in the Annapolis Boat Show. As we move through the salon, they did do the optional captain chairs to port. Parfait is the interior, a nice off-white. Obviously, the table between the chairs goes up and down. And then they did a relatively average or basic electronics package. So you have your screen down here. That's a 12-inch screen, your ICOM VHF with your RAM mic on the helm, and then the stereo. Obviously, you can see we do have room for extra electronics if you really go, crazy as far as electronics are concerned. And then this, of course, is your Victron display, which you can now, we monitor the tanks off of that now. And then you can also have our electronics guy add other sensors for like in the bilge or in the ice boxes. The 110 volt, 17,000 BTU Maybrew air conditioner, and of course the Spectra water maker control. We have a nice little storage area here in the countertops. We do this for both chairs. And then of course your air conditioner is mounted behind here for the salon, and of course that is the supply. And then you have a storage area behind the aft captain's chair, big storage area there. And then we do a little roll top opening here, and then there is actually another storage area down here as well. So there's a lot of storage in our style boat. All right, we have the drop-down table, which is the single leaf drop-down table. I love the grain on that bulkhead. It's very pretty. Obviously, the standard L settee to starboard with the footstool option. This does make out a double berth, as well as has significant storage behind. I see the lee cloth there, optional lee cloth. So that attaches underneath the cushions and then comes up to the handrail above. Both full height storage cabinets behind the settee with a book rail between. All right, we've got a hanging locker to port as we move into the forward cabin. Handrails everywhere you go. So the forward owner's cabin has a tapered queen berth with storage below. So a nice big storage area there. A couple of drop-ins for additional storage, and then of course a drawer, a cedar line drawer that pulls out. Shelf locker to starboard, cedar line. A 12-volt air conditioner controller up there, so you do have a 9,000 BTU Maybrew 12-volt unit forward. Again, as we mentioned, you've got the off-white wainscoting as well as the off-white headliner. You can hear the wind. It's a cool winter windy day here in St. Petersburg. Forward is the head, of course. They did, as we mentioned, the IGU is ivory. The toilet is white. And then the Formica is white with off-white wainscoting. And then, of course, a off-white headliner. They did the same countertops, the Dune Prima, and then the sea green vessel sinks. This is the full shower arrangement. So they decided not to do any additional storage forward in that shower. So they got the party shower. You can see that we've got great lighting throughout the boat, great ventilation. You have a hatch as well as a port in the forward head. Of course, neither one are currently open. You've got 2 hatches and 3 ports in the owner's stateroom, as well as a hull side port for additional light. We've got the hull side lighting throughout the boat, and of course all the smaller hand lights, and then of course the overhead lighting, and as I mentioned, all dimmable. All right, we're moving aft. We're going to take one more look at the salon as we move out to the exterior of the boat, and we're going to keep the video going. By the way, Scott is behind the camera today, and of course you probably recognize my voice. I'm Daryl. I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If you end up watching this video when it's not 10 days before Christmas, well, have a Happy New Year. So as we move into the cockpit, you can see we've got the standard ivory with the camel tan non-skid, the optional teak cockpit table. Standard now is the drink holder. If you get either cockpit table, then you get a drink holder with it. The leather wrapped wheel. They did not do the folding wheel. We have a bow thruster and an autopilot mounted on the helm. Nice big display, Raymarine display. And then they did do the full electric package as far as they did a synchronized mainsail as well as the electric furlers. So we do have buttons on both sides of the cockpit for the furlers. And of course, to the port side of the cockpit, we have the Yanmar engine display, start and stop, and then the hot and cold shower off. Electric primary winches. So the boat's really set up to single hand very comfortably. We do have the navy canvas with the camel tan trim, as we mentioned earlier. So looking down the deck, you can see the camel tan non-skid with the ivory deck. It's going to also have the ivory hull. We have not hung the sails yet, but we do have 2 built-in electric furlers up on the bow. Of course, they did do the navy hatch covers. No more boom. Standard anchor windlass, low franz windlass, and then they have the 400 feet of 3/8 high test chain, along with the secondary anchor package, which is the 44-pound Lumar, 50 feet of chain, and 350 feet of 5/8 line. They did prep for the stay sail package if they ever want to add that. It does have the deck fitting as well as the 2 cap rail fittings. They also will get a whisker pole. We just that's actually currently on back order. But you can see the track on the front of the mast and the hardware. And we'll have to deal with that when that comes in. This boat is headed to Marathon, Florida, so look for her there. 439 number 23, Miss a Miss. All right. As you can see, looking back towards the arch, you'll see a couple nice solar panels, 425 watts each, as well as the Starlink antenna is there on the port side of the arch. The Starlink, now that it's available, has literally been on the last 3 or 4 boats that we've done. And I think it's probably going to be on every boat from now on. It's absolutely really cool technology that's, we're going to have probably on our phone someday. So again, 43923. We do want to remind you guys we have the St. Petersburg Boat Show coming up next month. It's the middle of the month. Starts the 18th and runs through the 21st. That's a Thursday through Sunday here in St. Petersburg. We will have a 439 number 24 in that show, and we're hoping to also have a 349. So if not, we'll have a 349 that's accessible to us to show. So we can get you on both boats. We are making good progress on the Motor Sailor as well. And then of course we currently have a 439 for sale and 2 349s for sale, as well as a 485. So give us a call if you need a pre-owned island packet, or of course would like to order a new one. Again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Team Island Packet.